Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Goddess of Victory, Nikke. Sorry, sorry about that. That was a notification that I got, but who really cares? All right, so we're going to continue with the Resident Evil Collab story. So if you remember, it seems, well, if you remember from the last episode, it seems that some people have gone missing, and it is up to us and also Perilous Siege to figure out what happened. The last person that was missing was Polly, which she followed a clue regarding one of the daughters of the missing people, which led her to the mansion that we're just in, which is pretty similar to the mansion that is in Resident Evil 0 and 1. Well, most likely one, because the first one is the one that takes place inside a mansion, up on the hills, and this one appeared on the other rim. And this is like again a code, just like in Resident Evil 4. So we're here, we already got in, we tried to blend in, but it seems that no one was there. Who knows what may have happened. But also Query and Miranda have joined in the action. And they also encountered Claire Redfield and Jill Valentine. So let's see what leads there. What will lead there? So to sum things up, neither of you have heard of the Ark or the Outer Rim? And you've never heard of Nikke's or Ratchet's, well, we already know this. Nope. And on our end, we never heard of this Raccoon City you say you escaped from. And it's the first time we heard of Stars, the unit Jill belongs to. This is bizarre. It feels like I'm in a dream. A dream, you say? The offer to pinch your cheek is still open. Thanks, but no thanks. Ah, alright. If you change your mind, just say the word. Sure thing. Actually, there's one more thing. If you've never heard of Raccoon City, I'm guessing Umbrella Corporation doesn't ring a bell either? Umbrella? I figure as much. Those dogs you were attacked by seems to be infected by a virus. That made me think Umbrella might be up to no good here as well. When is Umbrella up to something good? Ever? It's impossible to say for certain, but one thing's clear. Something's definitely going on. Oh no, how did you... What tipped you off, genius? How did you figure it out? So, Query and Miranda, what brings you to this mansion? I doubt a pair of cops will be coming to an old mansion like this just for a social call. Is this related to a case? Well... Yep. Bro. You just can't... You're supposed to keep this a secret, not just spell it out to someone you don't even know, man! You're always screwing up things like this! We're here to find a colleague of ours who's gone missing. Her name is Polly. A missing colleague? Yeah. She was conducting an investigation and went missing around this area. I know they saved them and everything, but you just can't go saying this stuff to anyone you meet. Even though they saved them, this is supposed to be top secret, isn't it? You both are free to go. But with Polly's disappearance and those dogs from earlier, I'd say it's rather dangerous. So we can escort you somewhere safer. You said Raccoon City, right? I'll check with my boss about this place, so don't you worry. I doubt there is anything about Raccoon City on the database. What about you two? We'll still need to find Polly. You couldn't even handle those dogs earlier. That's because it's fine. We'll stay and help you look for your friend Polly. Besides, by investigating this mansion, we might find out how we ended up here. There's gotta be a connection. Makes sense to me. This place is dangerous. We could stick together. I appreciate your help. I have no idea how we wound up here, but why don't we kick up the investigation from here? First off, it looks like we're in the annex. It says so here on this emergency exit map. Miranda points on the bulletin board on the wall. Wow. You know, you can be most of the time an airhead, but sometimes you can be really sharp, Miranda. On the bulletin board, there is an emergency exit map, as well as... Looks like this annex was used as a dorm. A dorm schedule. What kind of screw-up rule is that? What do you mean by ignore any child you hear calling for help? A list of dorm rules and regulations. And... Wait, isn't this a notice stamp with an umbrella-shaped right. Yep. After this they know it's umbrella and they are up to no good once again. We already knew that... Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention. Well, we know that this mansion belongs to some people that, to the corporation Umbrella. Umbrella Corporation is a pharmaceutic or a business that makes medicines, pharmaceutical medicine? I think that is. So they use that as a facade to hide any bio weapons, actually. That's what Umbrella is. Those are the people that created the G virus, the T virus, all those viruses that we see in the Resident Evil games. Informed consent form for a clinical trial. Ooh, oh. And then this is the part where we found Ada. Yep, there she is. Well, I appreciate the free advice. The fact you're telling me to stop asking questions and leave tells me you know something about what's going on here. Who knows? What do you think? I feel a gun barrel pressed against the back of my neck. Whether you know or not, I just hope you're on our side. Sure, I'm on your side. As long as you turn around and walk out of this mansion without a fuss. So, what's it going to be? Yeah, this feels very Leon style, because it is the same, it's the exact same way how Ada met Leon. But Leon in Resident Evil 4 was able to outsmart Ada, now that he has like more military training. I stare at the corpse. The upper half has been savagely torn apart. No gun or blade could cause that. Which means something other than this woman was responsible. Something like a savage beast. Maybe a wolf of some kind. I know zombies aren't a part of this game, but I'm sure before the raptor invasion, there were movies, there were books, there were some kind of media about zombies. I don't know for sure, but I'm sure there were. Ooh. Or something like that rapture I saw climbing through the window. Wait. Rapture? Uh-oh. Am I the only one who saw that? Don't even think of distracting me with strange comments. Oh. Gunfire? Oh, who's that? This way! Oh, those are raptures, huh? Yep, those are raptures. Oof! Oh! As if on cue, Dee grabbed me by the collar and raises her axe to the woman's throat. You okay? Thanks for that. My neck's a little sore though. Well, be glad that you were shot. Lower your weapon. Don't do anything foolish. You're pretty good. But are you really bringing an axe to a gun party? Ada, you're about to find out that Leon brought a knife to a gun party, and he won! Wanna see who's faster? Even with the axe blade resting against her throat, the woman remains utterly unperturbed. Instead, she merely flashes a calm and confident smile. It's the same for Dee. Even with a gun pointed at her head, she remains as composed as ever. At this rate... Wait! Hey! Okay, so this is my name. I'm here to investigate a missing persons case. I have reasons to believe the Torch of Salvation might be involved. A missing persons case? What about it? I don't know why you're here. But we could be after the same thing here. Maybe we can... Oh, there it is. Glass shatters as something bursts through the window. On one ruptured leg is the upper body of a mass-produced Nikke? Oh! Fused to something? What the hell is that? Oh. I about had it with these interruptions. Follow me. And don't even think about using that gun. Unless you want more of those things showing up. The mystery woman... Wait, shouldn't it say the mysterious woman disappears into the lobby? Oh. Dee! Let's follow her. This is me. Oh. Thud. Yeah. The sound fades away. Oh. 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 We fled from the creature, making it up to the second floor of the mansion. Perhaps the stairs are too narrow, as it doesn't seem able to follow us up here. What is that? A monstrous fusion of a rapture and a mass-produced Nikke. Even at a glance, it's clear that the two were forcefully stitched together. The hellish appearance of that thing was nightmare fuel. Oh, come on, why couldn't they show it at least? They just leave it up to our imagination. Suddenly, the woman reaches her hand out to me. What do you think you're doing? The woman ignores the axe pointed at her and gently brushes my back. I'm simply trying to pat him on the back. See? I don't have any weapon in hand. With a calm smile, she raises both hands slightly. Name's Ada. I got out of Raccoon City, but then everything went blurry. Next thing I know, this mansion appears, so I was investigating the area. Raccoon City? You haven't given me your name, by the way. It's D. That's it? Just D? Yes. D puts the axe away. Okay, fair enough. D. Easy to pronounce, I suppose. But honestly, don't you think your story has holes in it? You say everything went blurry and then this mansion appears before you. What does that even mean? I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. My vision blurred. And this mansion just appeared. So you're saying... How many times do I need to say it? My vision blurred and then... Ada. So... You either have no clear memory of the circumstances that led you to this mansion, or you essentially blacked out and found yourself here. Almost as if you've been teleported. Is that how you feel? Both explanations pretty much sum up how I feel. How do you know that? I knew it. She's a human from another world, brought here by the D-Wave. I have a few guesses as to what happened to you. I explained to Ada what the D-Wave is in detail. I don't think that was the best thing you could have done, but okay. So what you're saying is, something called a D-Wave swept me up and dropped me in another world? And if I want to go back, we need to wake up something called the Gatekeeper? That about covers it, yeah? Are you even allowed to share this information with me? Yeah, that's what I thought. Why would you reveal this kind of thing to someone you they barely even know each other? I know that she's a person from another world and is trapped here until, well, we find a way to get them back, but then again, it's not the best course of action, my bro. What if I am playing you in order to get intel? You were even quick to reveal your name and intentions. Aren't you being way too kind? Or are you just that naive? What if I am the enemy? Well, it's true that if she meant to kill us, she would have done it by now. She wouldn't have taken the time to warn us or everything, or anything, she would have just killed us right there and there. But if I'm just gathering intel while your guard's down, then planning to kill you after, well, Dee has my back. She'll figure something out. Have some confidence, don't you? Figure something out. You must really trust her if you're willing to bet your life like that. You seem awfully calm about all this, don't you think? You've been teleported to a strange world and just saw a nightmarish monster, yet you didn't even flinch. She has seen worse? Nah, no. I mean, one thing is a zombie, another thing is an amalgamation of a Nikke and a raptor stitched up together. Heh. You're not wrong. Let's just say we're both a bit odd then. And at any rate, this clearly isn't the world that I know. Yep, you're right. Then, why is there evidence of the Umbrella Corporation here too? Ada points into the distance. In a space littered with long benches, an altar with a rapture core resting atop. It stands at the far end, and strewn across the altar are sheets of paper marked with an umbrella symbol. Okay, so we are about to find out what the Umbrella Corporation is, but for those that have played the game, or the games of Resident Evil, already know what Umbrella Corporation is. Every mistake has a cost. The virus experiment report. Top secret. Those are the words written on the top of the paper Ada is holding. Ada's face darkens as she reads through the documents. The umbrella symbol on that piece of paper. You seem to recognize it. What's this Umbrella Corporation you mentioned? The T virus. And the G virus. Viruses? They don't know what the frick those viruses are. They're the names of the viruses that spread through my world. The same viruses that drove Dragon City towards utter destruction. What kind of viruses could cause something like that? Put simply, there are viruses that can rewrite the genetic structure of living things. They reduce intelligence and induce aggression. Those infected turn into mere living corpses. You could just say zombies! And on top of that, their physical capabilities are greatly enhanced. And Umbrella is the one who made these viruses? Yep. Yes. Umbrella uses the viruses for bioweapon development. Like that creature we saw on the first floor. A creature that seemed like a fusion between Raptor and a mass-produced Nikke. Wait, don't tell me! The situation is worse than I thought. Ada hands me another piece of paper. A short paragraph is scrawled across the top in red ink. He who imbibes the holy elixir of the judge shall shed the flesh of the sinner, and be reborn as a greater being. Pain is but a prelude of transformation, and death the echo of new birth. Fear not. Neo-virus development complete. Lead the foolish humans inside the Ark to their end. Just as I thought, the virus was developed here. And now, what happened to Raccoon City is about to happen here as well. Hey, I am reporting this to the higher-ups. We have to seal off the Arrow Rim immediately, or else there's a chance the virus could spread. And if needed, we'll mobilize the Blaze Out squad. Blaze Out? Think of them as the ARC's epidemic countermeasure squad. Without another word, Dee moves to the far corner of the room. She appears to be attempting to establish radio contact. But there is... My head spinning from all the new information I've been bombarded with. So... What makes you think of that? Would you mind having a little chat, just the two of us? About what? I give you whatever intel you need. But you find the person who developed the neovirus. Hand over custody of them to me. That's all I'm asking for exchange for my cooperation. You want me to just hand over the developer to you? You don't need to worry, I won't harm them. So what's your answer? That info better be worth something. I'll take that as a yes. Ada reaches into her coat and pulls out an old-worn notebook. What's that? Some quality reading material you should check out. It's the cult leader's journal. I open it carefully, revealing the following text. Death is not the end. Death is purification. The purification of this world begins with death. The merciless judge descends. Oof. Every mistake has a cost. And then we're back with ACPU, with Claire and you. Informed consent form for clinical trial. Number 1 goal. To identify those worthy of salvation on the day of judgment. Number 2 procedure. Participants shall receive the holy elixir of the judge through a purification ritual. The ritual will span 7 days and cannot be halted or abandoned midway. During this period, bodily reactions and transformations will be observed. To determine the subject's eligibility for salvation. 3. Possible phenomena and side effects. High fever, vomiting, dizziness, visual and auditory hallucinations, temporary or permanent bodily mutation. Sorry. All phenomena are deemed divine trials and cannot be defied by mortal intervention. I hereby acknowledge that I have clearly understood the information stated above. And give voluntary consent to participate in this trial. I humbly accept all outcomes arising during the process, as the will of the divine. Signed by Miranda. Date? What day is it today? Forget the date. The real question is, why are you signing that? Oh, because the signature was left blank? Bro! Huh? About that, Miranda often forgets to sign her patrol logs, so Polly hammered it in her head to sign her name if the signature field is blank. Yep, Polly told me that. Hold on, Polly? There's no time for this! We gotta find Polly! Resuming investigation. Miranda rushes into the annex. Uh, Despite how she is, I can assure you that she's a capable officer. Should we head in? Should we head in as well? Hold on a second. There's something I need to check. Jill, look at this symbol. It's umbrella. It's umbrellas, isn't it? First, that infected dog attacked, and now this. Not to mention the contents of this consent form. It seems like, yeah, seems to me that umbrella's behind this somehow. If it's something that results of physical mutations, then this whole elixir of judge might be another virus developed by them. So Umbrella even has their filthy trundles in this place? Sorry to interrupt, but you keep mentioning this Umbrella Corporation. Would you mind explaining what exactly... would you mind explaining exactly what that is? If there is a chance it's connected to Polly's disappearance, I should know about it. Umbrella presents itself as a pharmaceutical company. Yeah, that's it, pharmaceutical company. But in reality, they repeatedly carry out illegal human experiments. They developed a virus that alters the human body and induces madness. Yeah, thanks for this explanation that we didn't need. I know that Miranda and Query don't need this explanation, but Ada just explained it to us just a few seconds ago. No, what? Oh, darn it. Ah, freaking mouse.
Engaging. You did well, Commander.
Miranda or Query. Query, yeah. Claire explains Query what Umbrella Corp is. Okay. In the deep recesses of the annex is a storeroom. Why would Ada think that this is our girlfriend or something? She's not. I mean, she's not. really, but where did that come from? It is cluttered with miscellaneous junk, and in each corner of the room, a statue has been oddly placed. Meanwhile, ah, in the middle of the room, Miranda lies half buried beneath a pile of books. It appears to have been botched attempts to reach a book on the top. Okay, yeah, she's quite small, mind you. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. What happened? There was something tucked in this book, so I tried pulling it out and ended up falling over. I guess this was what I was trying to get. Miranda has Jean a worn out note. The note reads, "The prophet greets the judge. The merciless judge saying this. The sinner kneels beneath the false goddess, and the false goddess stares down the prophet in silence. The deceitful gaze invites ruin. Only the true gaze shall open the path. It's like some kind of riddle. Where did you find this? Hold on, you see that, Jill? There's a lever beneath the statue. I'll try pulling it. Wait, it could be a trap! Miranda pulls the lever beneath the statue of the goddess of victory toward the left. It's a secret passage, most likely. The statue turns and faces to the statue of its left. Whoa! The statue moved! This lever must be controlled. This lever must control the statue somehow. Hold on a minute. A statue of the goddess of victory. A statue of a hooded disciple. A statue of a menacing rapture. A statue of an ordinary man and woman. Each statue has a lever beneath it. All of these statues can be rotated. Maybe the direction of the statues are facing. Maybe the direction the statues are facing is connected to this riddle you found. This is a very... This puzzle is very Resident Evil, my god. Miranda, don't touch anything. We haven't fully figured out the puzzle yet. I don't move an inch. It moves on its own. I meant the ceiling. The ceiling? Uh-oh. The ceiling begins to cave in. Ah, why? Why is there a freaking puzzle like Resident Evil here too? The deceitful gaze invites ruin. The statue of the goddess faces the statue of the ordinary man and woman. Did we trigger a trap by turning the statue the wrong way? Miranda, quickly, put the lever to the other way. Turn it to face the disciple statue. Got it! Miranda pulls the lever of the statue of the goddess of victory to the right. The goddess statue rotates to face the statue on its right. As the goddess looks upon the disciple statue, the ceiling halts its descent. Wait, we almost ended up in sandwiches. Very funny. That lever you pulled last made the ceiling stop. Does that mean this is the true gaze? Then the disciple statue must represent the prophet. If the goddess statue represents the false goddess, that leaves the judge and the sinner. Typically, sin is represented by humans. Well, what should we do now, Jill? The prophet greets the judge. Miranda, could you flip the lever in front of the disciple statue and make it faces that statue with the four-leg machine? The next. Miranda manipulates the levers according to Jill's instruction. Thus, the statue of the disciple faces the statue of the rapture. The statue of the rapture faces the statue of the man and woman. And the statue of the man and woman faces the goddess statue. And the goddess statue, in turn, faces the disciple statue. Is it done? Yes, for now. I'm still not entirely sure if this is the true gaze. Oh man. The last thing I want is to get squashed by this ceiling and turn into a sandwich. You and me both. Do you hear that? I'm pretty sure it came from near the bookshelf. Oh, there it is, the secret passageway. The bookshelf begins to slowly slide to the side. Soon, a hidden passage is revealed behind it. And now we face the boss rapture for this story, I mean. Yeah, there it is. Oh god.
Target eliminated.
And there we go.
We won! We actually won!
Yes, we did. Alright, let's continue. Well, this is pretty much the end, basically, for this first part, but you know. Hold on. Oh god. Oh. At the end of the secret passage, ooh, a tense and alert Miranda and Gio come upon a laboratory. Unlike the mansion's decrepit exterior, the lab is equipped with surprisingly modern equipment. However, oh my. Ah, ah, ah. The corpses strewn throughout make it clear that the research being conducted here was far from ordinary. Oh, these bodies! Shattered oversized incubation tubes fill the room, from which various corpses with unnaturally developed muscles protrude or protrude. Other bodies are completely turned to shreds. Jill averts her eyes from the horrifying sight. In an area lined with multiple computer terminals, documents bearing Umbrella Corporation's logo are scattered everywhere. Damn it! Even here? Miranda, we got a survivor over here! Lead us. What did you say? Jill brought her ear closer to the researcher collapsed on the ground. Human life falls into oblivion, throwing the world into turmoil. New life has been created, a cruel distortion of all things sacred. Merciless judges descend from the sky. Do not resist with feeble human strength. The end is nigh. God, guide these foolish mortals to the reckoning. The end. These foolish mortals. The distortion of all sacred things, of all things sacred. Throwing the world into turmoil. End is nigh. Do not rest. Well, he died. The researcher collapses, blood gushing from his mouth. Collapses, blood gushing from his mouth. A gaping hole has been torn through the center of his torso. It's as if something had forced its way out from within. You. So that's how things unfold in Raccoon City. All because of a virus. An entire city was wiped. Family, friends, loved ones, all gone. Vanished. Anyway, we can't let the same thing happen here. We need to investigate this area. Leave no stone unturned. I'm also worried about your colleague who went missing. It seems Miranda and Jill went all the way inside. Why don't we start our research here? Okay, let's do it. Let's do that, I mean. After that. Claire and Query begin checking the nearby rooms one by one. The pair discovers when they arrive at the third room, is this? Under the bed lies a weathered notebook. When Claire picks it up, a single photograph falls out. It seems to be a photo of a mother and daughter. They seem to have had a close relationship. Having trouble seeing it? Want to take a closer look? Claire holds the photo closer to Query. The faded faces of the mother and daughter begin to come into focus. It's Elsiria 9 and Diperia from Case 8. They para? I knew something felt off. Mission code 7-1/declassified. The Ark and the Proposal for Humanity's Salvation. Within the Insular Society of the Ark, the activity of Pelirio's siege proved remarkably effective. All traces of evil within the Ark were soon eradicated. However, evil is the darker side of the coin which must exist for justice to persist. Therefore, a proposal to maintain justice overseas Perilius siege has been drafted. The following is a tentative proposal. Number 2. Formation of pro-rapture radical group. Public awareness of raptures continues to decline. The attached survey suggests this is due to the fact that ordinary citizens rarely encounter raptures personally. Therefore, pro-rapture radical groups are to receive clandestine support. This is intended to foment hostility towards raptures amongst the general public. So he has a hand in this too? X? Who the freak is X? Who is that? Alright guys, so that's going to conclude today's episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope that everyone enjoyed this video, and if you did,
Closer to our dream.
leave a like, leave it in the comment section down below what you all guys are thinking. What do you all guys think about this collab? Do you find it interesting? Do you find it boring? Do you think they could have made a better job with it? I do find it quite interesting. It is good to see like some other characters interacting with each other and so on. It is not bad, but I wish it could have been like a bit more different. Like splitting into two groups is not the best thing in these types of collabs. Although they did they did a good job trying to implement it. Not great, not well, but it is kind of good. Watching two, well, an assassin and a freaking double agent crossing each other with the commander on top of it, then three police officers and also a sister of a police officer is cool too. I don't know. I think it's not bad, but I feel like they could have done better. But what you all guys think? Leave it in the comment section down below what you guys think. I was Game Miracle. Thank you all so much for watching. Good luck on getting the characters that you want, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!